Hey, my legion, how y'all doing? It's been a very hectic day for me today, a Friday, and a lot happened today. And if you remember last Saturday, I did a video called "One Angry Veteran," or "A Angry Veteran," and I was talking about my frustration when I found out that I went there on a Saturday night because I was having pains, abdominal pains, and that they were only open for 12 hours, and then they were closed from 8 at night to 8 in the morning every day to save money. And I was really upset about that. Well, anyways, I had to wait till today to go down there. And my niece helped me out, and her fiance, Steven, helped me out. And it was a busy and hectic day. And I want to tell you right now, I'm 100% okay. But I hope you keep watching because I have a lot of stuff to say, and I think you'll think it's interesting. Well, anyways, they picked me up around 12:30. Went, got my check, cashed it in Marquette, and had to go to Elmy Pharmacy, get prescriptions for my dad, and then I went back and dropped them off. And then my dad was saying, "Where's my syringes?" I said, "I don't know." He didn't tell me he needs syringes, so he ended up having to call them later, and they ended up bringing them back up when I was gone. But I didn't know about that. He never tells me what he needs and stuff like that. I just got the the pills for him, so I didn't know about syringes. Well, anyways, we went down to the VA hospital, and I went right up to the reception desk, right, and it was at the ER, and she got my information. She put the bracelet on me right away. I'm covering up my Social Security, my name right there, and then I have the VA symbol right there. I cut it off my hand. It would drive me nuts. So as soon as I left, and I went down, and they put me into a room, and they got my blood pressure and my temperature. And they said they were asking me some questions about my pain. I said it was in the abdominal, like on the right side, right underneath my stomach. And I was afraid it was a hernia. And what happened was, he was asking me questions about it, and then the doctor come see me, and they were asking about undress. I had to get naked from the waist down. I had a gown on and other stuff, and then he went, and the nurse got me blood work done, and he told me he was nervous. He was going to buy a truck, and he didn't want to go in debt again. He screwed up. I have real deep veins. Usually they'd get them from here. You can't find nothing here. It's all deep, all hidden. And they needed a deep vein because they had to put an IV and inject me with solution and stuff. So they went here, and the nurse screwed it up. And he said, "Well, I'm sorry," and it hurt like hell. And then he went to this arm, he screwed that up right here. And he said, "Well, I'm going to get another nurse because I'm not doing it right." And so another nurse, and a very cute nurse, got it from right here. And it hurt. I'm going to probably be bruised up in a couple of days, real bad. And she got the blood work done. And also she set up an IV because they were going to inject me with a solution. And I was going to have a CAT scan also. And around that time, the guy brought me a urine sample, so I did all that. And I was afraid I didn't have any left in me, any pee left in me. But no, I filled it up fine after about a minute or so. So I was happy about that. And we had to wait for the blood work to come back, and then urinalysis to come back. Oh, and also the doctor checked around my abdomen for hernia. And we went to the CAT scan after that. They inject me with a sodium solution, and then they inject me with this other solution. I got the paperwork right here, and it actually tells you how to pronounce it. The sodium solution was ditrizoate sodium, right? And then the other solution was ditrizoate meglioamine, which is supposed to illuminate your circulatory system so they could do a big CAT scan. And I never had a CAT scan before. And it was weird. It was all these flashing lights and this giant thing. I thought I was in the movie Altered States or something like that. And that put me in a weird mood, even though I'm worried about, having problems. And it put me in a weird mood. I was just like a sci-fi mood. And I was a lot more relaxed after that. They did a couple runs, and then they put that sodium stuff in me, which warmed my body up. And it gave me, they said a metallic taste, but it was more like a metallic taste, kind of like in my throat. It was really weird. And then I got all that done. And they wheeled me back, and they said that, well, the computer's going to reconstruct everything and give you analysis and tell the doctor exactly what's going on. And from that, another nurse came in. She said the other nurse shift was over and he went home. He didn't tell me there was a TV in my room. I could be watching TV while I was waiting the whole time. I was there for like over 3 hours. Well, anyways, that's no big deal. I started watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I don't know why Cedric the Entertainer's he's terrible. But I'd rather have Meredith Vieira. But I mean, I'm going off on a tangent. And the doctor came back and said that they couldn't find anything wrong. They said it wasn't appendicitis, which I knew it wasn't because I had my appendix out when I was like 4 or 5. They said it wasn't a hernia. She didn't feel a hernia. It wasn't a kidney stone. They said it wasn't anything wrong. I might have just pulled a muscle. Probably a groin muscle. I pulled a groin muscle. And they sent me discharge papers. And they said you've been treated for groin and abdomen pain unknown etiology. Condition at discharge good. Additional information stable. And they said, please call back if you have, like, unable to urinate. I never had that problem. Increased blood in urine. I never had that at all. Fever or chills. I had some chills Monday morning at work because it was kind of cold. But that was it. And increasing low back pain. I had some low back pain before when I went down there before. And then they said uncontrolled vomiting and diarrhea. Didn't have that. Increased abdominal pain. I had some abdominal pain, which I told them about. And fever and chills, like I said. And it said to follow up, we'd recommend you follow up as indicated below that the patient-aligned care team should be contacting me within 3 to 5 days, and then contact them if they don't contact me within the 3 to 5 days. More than likely, I'm going to be at work, and they're going to call, and it's up to my dad to answer the phone. And if he says they didn't call, I have to call him back when I get home from work. And then say, please contact your patient-aligned team if any of the following occur. You worsening or have new or changing symptoms, you have further question or concern, you aren't improving in 7 days, or if you're not better or back to normal within days. And it said no future appointments and stuff like that. So they actually did a really good job, except for that nurse not telling me about the TV and screwing up my arm, not being able to get the blood. And I had to get the cuter nurse, which was, I didn't mind the cuter nurse. But he was actually an alright guy. But it's good that the VA redeemed themselves somewhat. And also, something new that they have now, they said you can schedule an accident or same-day appointment. I didn't know about this. This is something new. And they said you have to get the number you call and stuff like that. Said if you call early in the morning, you can get an appointment later that day to be seen for a health condition that is not an emergency. I didn't know about that. That's something new. So their VA actually redeemed itself somewhat in my eyes. I thought that was important to let everyone know. And I know some of you are worried about me. And also they gave me some, with the blood, taking my things off, they gave me some additional gauze if I had any more bleeding and some couple of additional band-aids and stuff like that, you know. But, you know, I want to thank you all for, you know, being concerned about me. And also, you know, with all the scandals happening in the VA, you know, your comments, you know, on that video I did and stuff like that. I thank you very much. I love you guys so much. So I was really happy. I celebrated. I bought a bunch of junk. You'll probably be seeing the upcoming videos. Also, I took my niece and her fiance. Well, I gave them $40 for helping me out anyways. I took them out to eat. And I should have brought my camera, and my dad talked me out of it. And also, I was worried before then, so I didn't take my camera. I should have brought my camera. That would have been a good video, but at the place we ate at. But oh well. And then I went to another place to get something else for my dad. I had to make sure I get to-go stuff for my dad, so he had something to eat. Went down and get a lot of grocery shopping. And, well, not a lot, some grocery shopping. And I went home, it was about almost 7:30. I had to, well, about 7:15. I had to unload all the groceries. I had to put all the groceries away, and I had to make sure my dad was fed. And I had like, it was about 7:40 at that time. I had about 20 minutes. I wanted to go on Facebook and talk to Diane and Joyce. Let them know what's happening first, you know. And it was a really hectic day, but I'm so glad that everything's okay. And I chilled out for 2 hours watching SmackDown, even though WWE's getting stale. But it was a good show, and I want to let everybody know that thank you for all your concern. And I love you guys very much. I love all of my friends on Facebook and all my friends on YouTube, and hopefully new friends, new and future friends on Facebook and YouTube. I love you all very much. And it means a lot to me. I know people have worse health problems than what I had, but I was really worried it was a hernia or something really screwed up down there. You know, I'm glad it wasn't. I just pulled something. Ah ha ha. I know it might seem funny, but I just want to let you know, and that's my health update. So everything's okay. Thankfully, I'm glad. My dad's real happy too. He was nervous for a whole week, and he said he loved me, and I love him very much. So I just want to tell you, thank you everybody, and hey, take care, my legion. Whoop, now I gotta put the thing. There you go.